Welcome everyone. Today we're going to be playing Ultimate General Civil War. This takes place in the American Civil War. This is the first actual land engagement in the Civil War. It's the Battle of Philippi. We're going to be moving in. First I'm going to go ahead and break out these troops. I'm going to send Schaefer and his skirmishers up this way. Stockton and his skirmishers this way. Zook is going to move down the valley and then come up there. And I'm going to send these skirmishers out and in. Alright, this is the first mission of the campaign. The campaign takes place basically, well, this is the first battle. And anyway, so our first priority is going to be to run off the enemy skirmishers, which is what I'm doing here. I know the enemy has skirmishers up on each of these hills. That was the, let's see. So we've got Sills, skirmishers. Schaefer's not been seen, and Zook. We'll use Zook. Actually, I'm going to change Zook's path to come here. Schaefer, grab Schaefer and tell him to come here. The idea being Zook will stop them from running this way. Schaefer will hit them from behind. Zook is losing troops, and I hate to do that, but Zook is then going to get up here and keep them from escaping down into the town of Philippi. Stockton should have run into the enemy by now. There should be enemy troops right over here. I'm not sure where they are. What have I done with the commander? I'll send him over here. We're going to be getting reinforcements over there, and okay, there's what I'm looking for. We're going to keep them from escaping into the town or escaping this direction. But there are two skirmishers. We've got to destroy them because later on in the battle, I don't want to have to deal with them. Alright, let's see. I'm going to order them to move in force. Okay, Sills is here. I'll send Zook down to deal with Sills as well, and then march Zook right up the mountain, or up to the top of that cliff. We're going to be getting reinforcements, which are cavalry, but if we can get Zook in close and then charge, no, don't attack, just march. Because if we can get Zook to move in and then... How can I tell these guys to hold? Let's halt. Let's fall back. I don't want to charge yet. Alright, we're going to now charge the barns and see if we can capture those troops. That's a new feature in this game as opposed to the previous game before this was on Ultimate General Gettysburg. You couldn't capture units in Ultimate General Gettysburg. But in this game, you can capture units, you can capture weapons, which is going to be handy for rebuilding our forces. Oh, here's our resupply. Not resupply, reinforcement. It does have a supply train, though. I'm going to send the cavalry up through here. And then we... okay, that didn't work as well as I hoped it would. But we'll use the cavalry. I'm going to move Zook's troops this way. Actually... I'll then send Loomis and Walton right into the village. I'm letting Schaefer keep their attention, and then we're going to charge with the cavalry, and hopefully we'll completely break. Alright, as soon as they get to the position where they can charge, okay, we've shattered them. So now we'll send Zook's skirmishers over here to deal with this, and I'm going to go ahead and send Zook, who is in pretty rough shape, over here to resupply. Not resupply, just to rest. Sorry, wrong word. And I'm going to let the skirmishers and the cavalry hunt down and destroy this skirmish unit, while the artillery we have here, we need to get them moving up into the valley. And we'll get Loomis and Walton attacking on this flank, and Zook will heal up and be ready to move in a little while. Okay, so we've shattered the enemy skirmishers, and we won't have to deal with them in the future, which is great. I'm going to move the cavalry this direction so that we have something here. And then we'll move this unit, Schaefer, around here. I don't want them escaping. I see that they're escaping. Okay, Zook is going to have to move in. The cavalry is going to move. Instead of that, they'll just ride this way. And they've got their charge up, so we'll be able to charge Hexamere. I'm just going to order Stockton to move this direction. Schaefer will now just move here. There's a ford over here. If they can get into those woods, or they will try to get into town, I know that much. Okay, they're still running. Alright, as soon as we get within range, we'll order Bristow to charge. Zook and everyone else. Alright, the cavalry's got them. But they're not showing as they're in melee. Okay, so for some reason they didn't charge. Not sure why. We'll send Schaefer running this way. Alright, finally somebody's in melee. Alright, we managed to break them. So I'm just going to grab all of the skirmish units and move them here. Zook is healing up, getting his condition back up in order. These guys are just going to start peppering McHenry. And we've got artillery moving forward to set up. Our cavalry didn't get too much of a beating. Let's see, how many did they lose? 24 guys, but they killed over 117, so that's not bad. Alright, so I'm going to move Zook. I'll let Zook stay there for the time being. I could combine the division. Who could I combine with? Alright, we've got artillery and 2 units firing. Loomis is... I'm trying to keep my condition of at least 1 unit needs to be relatively high. Schaefer's condition is relatively good, which is good. Of course. I'm going to move the commander up a little forward so he can buff them around. I'm going to move Loomis on up. I mean, Zook. Loomis is already in position. Is that their artillery or is my artillery falling really a little short? I'm going to move 1 artillery unit here, and now I'm going to press forward with Schaefer. The reason being I want to get to press the attack on McHenry and see if I can break them. Stockton's not in the best shape. That's fine. Schaefer. Zook fire. Alright. I'll move this artillery here. I'm going to take Bristow and come up here. I'm basically using them as a type of scouting unit. I'm going to send Walton this direction. Loomis is going straight through the town. Zook is going to go here, and I'm going to send Schaefer, Stockton. I'm going to order Zook's skirmishers to return to Zook. Now the artillery's in close, and we're setting up Wood's battery over there, while Skell's battery is over here. We're going to keep them off at a distance so they don't take any real damage. Zook is going to take... Okay, now we're taking fire from the enemy. These are shattered units, I don't care about them. But our artillery is in close. So we hit them with a grape shot, I believe, or at least shell burst. A type of shells. Alright. The enemy has troops along these lines here. You see Law, but there's another commander, I believe, called Root there. And yeah, Root. So I'm moving the cavalry here in case, well, as you can see here, McHenry may try to forward. Let's see, how is Loomis doing? Gonna move Loomis up and Zook. I'm going to send Schaefer and Stockton heading this direction just to press the attack. As soon as I get... Okay, McHenry's reforming, so that was a good move. Alright, so let's see. We can move... We'll pepper we'll use Walton to attack Root. Our skirmishers and Zook and Loomis are going to attack Law. Hopefully, okay, they get hit in the rear, that's okay. We can just bring up the commander to keep the morale high. I want to keep the fire on McHenry while these troops will press forward on Law. Okay. One unit needs to stay back so that they can heal up, but I'm going to leave Walton there to heal and just rest. They can also move as counter to the enemy. Okay. Let's see, what's our time on the mission? Okay, we're in good shape. Send the skirmishers forward. Alright, they're going to fall back. Good. Okay, I'm going to move the artillery to firing at their artillery to see if we can maybe whittle them down. I'm going to send the skirmishers back forward to hit Law again. They should be breaking at any moment. Walton is at 45% condition. As soon as he hits a 75%, I'd like to pull Loomis back if I could. Zook is in low, poor condition, I should say. I'd really like to move Loomis back, because Loomis would be useful later on if he was in better health. Okay, the enemy is broken, so I'm going to move the infantry in across. They're going to cross the river as quickly as possible. I'm going to use the skirmishers to hopefully just run across. Alright, they're attacking Loomis as they cross the bridge because I've got them in moving so that they'll fire as they cross. Alright, the enemy is moving McHenry forward. I'm going to switch the artillery to hitting McHenry. Where's this artillery? And I'm going to move Scales' battery up closer. Okay, the enemy is charging my skirmishers, which is not good. Okay, but we ran them off. Alright, so we need to move forward and hit McHenry as quickly as possible. I'll use Stockton to hold Law back. The reason is if the enemy gets up in these portions of the town, there's really good cover there, and it's not something we want to deal with. I'll send Loomis here, and I want to grab Zook. Zook, come on, select Zook. Oh, I did have Zook. There we go, Zook. Get Zook to attack Law. Walton is in good position to hold Root there. We fixed the enemy on this position because they have to hold Root back, Walton back, and they'll use Root to do that. They know that if I get Walton to cross in front of Root, that means I would have a really strong unit very close to the back of their troops. So I may actually try that in a second, but I'm kind of saving Walton because as soon as we take the town, Loomis was killed. Major Adam Loomis was killed. That means Loomis's unit is going to be in terrible shape, really. So I'm going to order Loomis to go ahead and take up a position in the town while using Stockton and Schaefer to press the attack. Losing a unit, someone like Loomis, is going to be really hard on the morale of our troops. I'm going to move Walton forward and get him to fire on the flank of McHenry. Because if we can break McHenry, we'll drive them right out of the the town in a few minutes. Alright, just get within range and shoot over the river. It's not that hard. I'm shocked that Loomis got killed. I mean, it's odd. I will say this, I played this mission earlier and Schaefer was up in this portion of the village, and he got hit by artillery fire, and it just, almost no one died, just him, which was sad, because it's a good unit. I'm going to send the skirmishers over to deal with Law, who is reforming. And Walton is going to, foolishly, I've let him attack across the bridge. Actually, I'm going to have him run out. That was a mistake. But we are starting to take control of the town. We need to take out their artillery. McHenry broke, finally. And we completely destroyed McHenry. So these units will now focus on whittling down Law, while our I'm going to send Zook into the town. Walton is now back in the trees. He has good cover, so I'll use him to hold Root in place, but I am hating that we lost so many troops. That was a mistake. Alright, as soon as we break Davies' battery. Okay, they're charging. Alright. Law and Schaefer, and Law is attacking, I think, Loomis? Yeah, he's attacking Loomis, so I'm going to use Stockton and Schaefer to... No, don't move, just attack. Okay. And Zook needs to get off another volley. Okay, they're about done reloading. You can check that down in the bottom corner. One more volley. Oh, didn't shatter. I'm going to send Zook forward. It's fine. Loomis is rightly retreating. The reason being, if you think about it, they just lost their commanding officer. Schaefer is pretty much shattered. Not Schaefer. Law is pretty much shattered, but he was still managed to get off some shots at Schaefer. I'm going to send Stockton into here. Zook is going to form up behind Root. And then Schaefer is going to go into cover here. Loomis got off of... Zook got off of a volley against the escaping unit. I think that was McHenry. No, that was Davies' battery. So now we've managed to, I believe, destroy Davies' battery. And Loomis is still in fairly decent condition, although its commanding officer has been killed in action. Alright, that was it. We conquered and captured the city of Philippi. Alright, so the next mission is going to be us defending against the Confederate forces. They're going to have an armored tank. It's a really cool battle. If you like this, hit the like button. If you want to see more, hit the subscribe button. And I'm going to be playing the next battle tomorrow. So thanks for watching.